Andrew Sweeney from Support Lindfield. I've received an email from my local councillor recently that referred to Support Lindfield's option 4. I seek to clarify a number of issues raised. Thinking differently, a housing strategy can be created that achieves an increase in population, delivers housing that appeals to local residents and maintains the character housing and the leafy suburb that we love. Evidence is compelling. About 2/3 of the residents to the recent survey by Support Lindfield support option 4. It achieves sensible housing targets, but in a way that is better than scenario 1 to 3. It just seems so sensible to consider this option. It comprises one village, a central hub at Lindfield Station of 7-storey apartments and 5 neighbourhoods or spokes located around existing shops that align with existing public transport routes. Areas around East and West Lindfield shops could comprise villas and townhouses, large converted manor houses around Roseville and Lindfield Station. It also involves a gentle density increase across the whole suburb while expanding the housing typologies. Support Lindfield's survey reveals that many residents would like to add granny flats, garden apartments and Fonzie flats. This is not available to them at the moment under the current planning. There are many heartfelt comments from the survey that we conducted that are worth reading that supports the idea of this middle missing housing typologies. These are just a few of the comments from real people that are existing residents who seek these forms of housing as their life stages change. They're your ratepayers and the folks that elected you. All this requires an enlightened approach to planning. The 1970s model of different colour pencils and a set of contrived rules has created very poor outcomes in terms of the housing typology. It has a negative impact on our garden suburbs. A better approach is to start with an understanding of what people want and then create this. The resulting master plan would incorporate townhouses that contribute to the streets, front rooms rather than garages, and a community rather than strata title. The more enlightened civic leaders around the world are taking the time and effort to get this right and have a plan that has deep community support. To finish, I wanted to touch on personal experience. This is our lovely Federation Queen home near Kalara Station. We are custodians of its history. It is just now far too big for us to live in, but we love the location and we love the house. As an architect, I have a plan that maintains the heritage values and its character, but also creates 3 independent dwellings, triple the population from 2 to 6. Alison, my wife, and myself, our 2 adult children, Sam and Tara, and my parents-in-law, Doug and Ina, could all live in this home, a multi-generation home, a great example of the missing middle. The planning system currently prevents this from happening. It does require us to think differently to achieve some of these outcomes.